But yeah, it's really hard to do this podcast when I can't like physically touch you.
I miss you.
Welcome to Pod-A-Mania. My name is Eddie. His name is Dylan. This is a weekly wrestling podcast. Most of the time.
Even when people are on
vacation. We talk about all
vacation.
things from SmackDown. Yeah. We talk about from SmackDown from last week, Raw from this week, and anything in between. We also cover Collision from Saturdays and Dynamite on Wednesdays as the thing that premieres right before we record. This is a special episode for...
We have some spoilers because it was out in
Scotland.
Scotland.
We got a little inside scoop from our Scottish... we got an inside scoop from Joe Hendry himself.
I think we have to stop doing accents. We're not good at them.
It doesn't matter. But go ahead and follow the damn podcast at Pod-A-Mania Pod _EWL3 and at Bozo Dills. You can also listen to us on Spotify and Apple Music. We leave a review over there, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, tell us your predictions for Forbidden Door,
whatever
and
button
tell us
is
some
down
more
there,
matches we could watch.
Whatever button's down there, you better press it. You better press it. I swear.
We're looking to do more content in the future, so watch alongs, tier lists, all that sorts of stuff. Please let us know what you want, and we'll give it to you. Starting off this week, we'll go ahead and get right into Collision as we have for just as of last week, as of our first Collision. If you haven't watched that yet, go ahead and catch up. What the fuck are you up to, dog?
Before we talk wrestling, how is the trip going? How is your vacation?
It's good. I'm in a basement. It's colder than I expected. I got sinus problems. And this is the first time that I've been able to breathe through my nostrils in the last 4 days.
Dude, no one talks about how good of a feeling it is to finally breathe again. Like when you've just been dying.
Exactly. And honestly, I love the feeling that I get my breath back, because usually my breath is taken away from such a breathtaking woman like Timeless Toni Storm, who opened the show on Saturday's Collision. Timeless Toni Storm opened the show addressing her opponent for Forbidden Door, Athena, making sure that the Cincinnati sickos knew what was up. She had to say a prayer to the fallen goddess herself, Athena. She you know how some people do like wallet watch testicle spectacles, like those? That's actually at the end of the show. The testicle spectacle is at the end of
I'm sorry.
Collision.
You lost me when you typed the testicle spectacle. I was just, what?
But Toni Storm said a prayer. She, instead of like crossing her heart, she said milk lemonade round the corners where the fudge is made. She pointed to her butt.
You know what? Gotta respect Gabe. You gotta respect somebody who knows anatomy.
I don't know. If lemonade's coming out of your hoo-ha, you got something.
Or you just drink a lot of lemonade. That's how that works, right?
But right before she's able to wrap up her prayer, she's kicked in the fucking head by the fallen goddess as she's saying, "Chin up, tits out, and watch for the..." And then there's a big boot that she avoids from Athena. But Athena and Billy Starks get the upper hand. The numbers game gets the best of Timeless Toni Storm. She is knocked to the ground, thrown in the ring by Billy, basically saying Athena's going to be the forever champion of AEW.
Which is
the
a
forever
crazy thing to say. That's a crazy thing to say.
I mean, if you look at her track record,
she is the
Ring of Honor
forever champion of the Ring of Honor Championship. That is true. But, dude, I'm excited. That's going to be a great match. Again,
it's going to be a great match.
I think that steals the show.
Easily. They got that. There is lots of matches on Forbidden Door that could steal the show. I don't know how they're going to keep up with momentum. Athena and Billy Starks were confronted by a former lover of Timeless Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, who is from Stardom, I believe, or TJPW, one of the
I'm still
Japanese
new, guys.
promotions.
I don't know shit.
Everybody loves Mina. Her gimmick is that she's hot and she has a big chest. I don't want to be blunt about it, but she's hot and she has a big chest.
Dude, you wonder why the women in the TikTok comment section hate you. And then you say things like that, man. You don't make it easy. Oops. That's you right now. You know what? I'm gonna get cozy. I'm gonna sit back and get cozy now because I'm safe.
But honestly,
this was a fun interaction. This was a fun interaction.
It's nice that because Mina is actually set up for Athena to be her 69th opponent.
Nice.
For the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. And you can't out 69 Mina, she said. So
God, that's fire. just like right. You said the thing and I just wanted to make the bit about you hate women. But man, they don't. Yeah. They are. It's an overt thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's very gay, and that's okay.
Yeah, and that's great. But it's just like, all right, you know what you're doing. we're baiting. We're baiting right now. We're just gonna bait everybody real quick.
Speaking of baiters, Jon Moxley pulls up with his son Wheeler Yuta in the next match, defeating Jetspeed. Hey, Mike Bailey's back.
I think Mike Bailey's 0 for 3 since we started watching.
Don't tell me that. That'll make me sad.
Jetspeed's for sure 0 and 2. But I don't. Did Mike Bailey win the singles match on the first Dynamite we watched?
Yes. I think he won and Kevin Knight lost, so that's why he needed to face Knight the next week.
Okay.
I think.
I'm just gonna say Jetspeed's 0 and 2 since we started watching. And I think. Wait, no, wasn't it Moxley versus Mike Bailey to open the show in the first Dynamite?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Darby Allin killed somebody and Moxley won the match. So Bailey is Mike Bailey's 0 and 3 since we started watching AEW.
Man.
I'm sorry. I love you.
That's
so sad.
I don't want to think that it's too early in his AEW career to say that he's AEW's Dragon Lee, or he's just like a good like
we're not doing
flyer, but he's just
speak
fucking,
it into existence.
He gets pinned all the time.
You're speaking it into existence. Pin Bailey instead of Pin Balor. We're gonna get so much hate for that.
Very fun match between Moxley and Yuta. Moxley, Yuta, and Jetspeed here. Just, having that like hard hitting, strong style that the Blackpool Combat Club have, and the high flying kind of outmaneuvering your opponent of Jetspeed is very, very fun. Good contrast. I'm really digging their fucking Speed Racer outfits.
Oh, they are so fun, and that's why I'm sad that they're 0 and 3 since we started, because it's like, oh, I like these guys. Lost. And it's just like, man. But also they're in a feud with Jon Moxley. If you're gonna beat Jon Moxley, the win has to matter. And I think that's what I'm learning about AEW is their top guys don't like lose on Dynamite. They're saving the wins for the wins and losses for these guys because they matter.
Definitely. I think like you said last week with like AR Fox, you learn very quickly that like if they don't get an entrance or like
They get more match time.
There's certain things that kind of AEW does differently that push these like lower mid card guys to a level that will propel them up to the next level.
I'm gonna do the sports thing that you hate, where I like relate it to a sports thing. It's you get more tape when you take away your entrance. Like, you get more match time.
Yeah.
You get that extra 25, 30 seconds to do something in a match that you can put on tape for either AEW to push you forward or another company to see it and be like, oh, I want to push this guy. Can we have him? Right? So, like, you're taking away entrance time so you can get more tape out, which is the right thing to do.
Exactly. I think they do that very well, just highlighting a lot of their like they highlight a lot of their Ring of Honor talent on stuff like Collision and like even stuff on Dynamite. We'll get into that the tag team match coming up after this match we're going to talk about here. The debuting Ace Austin. He is now All Elite. He is formerly an Impact star, formerly a Bullet Club member. He was tag team members with Chris Bay, who I hope is doing well and healing very well. And
T's and P's.
Yeah, so he made his AEW Collision debut against Ricochet, who actually ended up taking the victory here.
Wild. I'm surprised by that choice.
Very sleazy, very schemy like victory. It's just, you know, it's weird to have a debuting guy lose, but you kind of, if you want to make him an underdog and have him fight for his position on the card, this is a perfect way to do it. It's a perfect way to showcase his wrestling ability and have the audience want more from him. You know, for the people that are not familiar with him, like you, and honestly me, I'm not really familiar with Ace Austin myself. I just know that he's a part of Bullet Club and he was besties with Chris Bay, but he's got a fucking dumbass haircut.
He has a stupid fucking haircut. Oh my! Thank you for saying it, because I don't want to be the resident hater, but man, I have a stupid haircut. I know about stupid haircuts, okay? But man, is his haircut dumb? I was distracted because I was like, man, Ricochet's bald. This guy's hair sucks. What's going on, man?
Can anybody just have a good head of hair in this match? God damn.
Man, where's Hangman Adam Page? That's a good head of hair.
Actually, I would say Pretty Boy Kylie O'Reilly in this next match.
Oh yeah,
has a good head of hair.
Kylie O'Reilly's crazy.
He's what? Kyle O'Reilly?
You said Kylie.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I
know. Kyle O'Reilly, the human form of Snoopy the dog, teams with Roderick Strong
I hate how accurate that was. I hate how accurate that is.
To defeat Blake Christian, he's Vanilla Baby, versus and Lee Johnson. I'm not familiar with Lee Johnson. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that edit of Blake Christian.
I have.
Okay, good. I'm very glad that joke landed.
No, that's why I got the giggle. You got a giggle out of that one. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, like Blake Christian is obviously one of their Ring of Honor guys who they like highlighting a lot on the AEW product, and I mean he's from GCW and like some of those indie promotions where like he can be a bit more skeezy and scummy and get viral off of a fucking Jack Harlow edit. But he's a good wrestler. I think like he's in a very similar position to I don't want to say a Dolph Ziggler because that kind of puts him into a fucking
Here we go.
a fall like a fall plan. But obviously Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong are not going to lose. The Messiah, the Backbreaker, and Snoopy are not gonna lose the tag team match.
Yeah, that is. You can't have Snoopy lose.
He would be sad.
He would be a
and
sad
you don't want
dog.
Snoopy to be sad.
You don't want Snoopy to be sad, man.
But moving on here with Collision, FTR cut a promo with Stokely by their side once again. They end up stealing Bandido's mask ahead of their match on Dynamite. Brody King makes the save, and just, words exchanged between the two of them. They're going to have a great match that we're going to talk about here later. Skylight challenged the Don Callis family, which I believe is going to be happening next week. Or Skyflight, sorry, not Skylight. Skyflight, who is Scorpio Sky, and Top Flight, who is I don't remember their names.
Oh, come on. There's no way you forgot their names.
I want a Darius.
Nope. Don't look it up. Man. I have their names. I have their names right here.
That's great. I'm looking it up.
Don't look it up. No, I want to see if you get it right.
Isn't it Darius and Deontay? Deontay Martin and Darius somebody?
This is awesome. This is awesome.
What?
It's
No,
Dante
tell me.
and Darius Martin. It's Dante and Darius Martin.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
And Layla Gray is there, a valet. Or was. I don't know if still is.
Yeah. But yeah, they challenged the Don Callis family, trying to slap some sense into that bald motherfucker. Also, thank you for explaining why Josh Alexander wears the headgear. He's preventing cauliflower ear. Doesn't mean that he doesn't look any less stupid.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't want cauliflower ear. Dude, you're a sports entertainer. You're not in UFC and actually getting your dome split, bro. You're in sports entertainment, dog. Just take off the headgear. You look fucking dumb. You look stupid and dumb.
But we got another. We got our 100K fatal 4-way here. With Kris Statlander defeating Penelope Ford, Anna Jay, and Julia Hart.
All
right, you seem confused.
No. You know how we were shitting on WWE for their match stipulations. So some of the match stipulations and names in AEW are so funny. Like we don't need to name every match.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, Kris Statlander is dressed down in Gucci, and she still needs $7.
like you still need to go win 100. And here's the thing: I'm not pocket watching. I'm not pocket watching or anything. But if you're gonna pull up to the ring in all Gucci, I don't think you need this 100K. I just don't think that that's what you need. I don't know. The match was great. The match was fun. It's the stipulations and the names of matches. We have the testicle spectacle. We have the 100K fatal 4-way. Like, come on, guys. Not everything has to rhyme.
Yeah.
They're like a bad battle rapper.
This was your first Kris Statlander match. What did you think of her?
Great.
She's one of my favorites.
No, she's awesome. It's hard to hate any of the women in AEW.
I totally agree.
Like we've been having a match, and also she's jacked. She's jacked.
That's what I was saying about, dude. Toni Storm was fucking jacked.
Dude,
she was praying,
they're all looking yoked up, bro.
Yeah. And so Kris Statlander ended up winning the 100K and gets congratulations from Harley Cameron and the Death Riders. That's a little weird.
Little weird.
Yeah, Harley Cameron's pocket watching.
We're pocket watching in 2025, guys. We got to stop watching pockets.
But
why are the Death Riders here? I'm sorry to cut you off. Why are the Death Riders here? What are we doing?
I
mean,
beats me, brother.
We're not booking. We just talk about it.
Before the testicle spectacle occurred, Juice Robinson, the Juice Man, the juice is loose.
On my end, we're in sync. That's so fire.
Defeated Brian Keith, the Bad Apple.
Not everybody needs a nickname. Why does everyone have a nickname in AEW? Everyone has a gang and a nickname. What's going on?
And I mean that shows you how street Tony Khan is.
Stop it. I hate it.
Dylan, we've already had Durag Vince. I think we should have Durag Tony.
Well, wait, it hasn't happened yet?
No Durag Tony.
I need Tony Khan with the silky.
Dude, Top Flight, get that done. Top Flight,
done.
put Tony Khan.
Done.
I know you put. Dude, they put Matt Hardy in a fucking durag.
Oh, dude, they can get Tony Khan, yeah. If it happens, we're taking credit.
Now, finally, concluding collision. We had the testicle spectacle between Daniel Garcia, Lee Moriarty. I still don't know how to say his name. Could you say it? Hechicero, and Nigel McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness ended up winning, taking that much needed victory for a Daniel Garcia away. But you know,
it was nice to see a commentator get a win.
Are you familiar with any of Nigel McGuinness's work?
I'm just being an asshole. Okay. I was just being rude. Right. It's funny because when you think of like other companies, the wrestlers don't talk. They don't get on the mic and talk consistently like he does. Because he's a really good announcer. I really like him on the headset. So like when I watched him wrestle, I was like, oh, you're like equally as good at both. This is cool. Like I knew he was a good wrestler. I've done some reading on a lot of the people that we've been seeing weekly that we haven't seen weekly, if that makes sense. Like I haven't seen these guys fight, but they're around the show. Like at the end of the night last week when all four of the men in this match were standing up looking at each other, it's like, oh, Nigel's in this match. He's oh, okay. So then I did some research. I was like, oh, okay. So it was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was great. He was awesome. And honestly, I'm so happy he won this match. Like, I like the other three in this match, but I really like watching him wrestle for like my first full match. I loved his style. I loved the way he worked. That like you said, that it's a technical spectacle. These guys are so fucking good, man. It was awesome. There were some like, oh my God, there were some combos and chains where you're just like, okay, these guys are ridiculous.
Yeah. If any of the audience wants us to watch any other Nigel McGuinness match, please let us know. I'd love to go back and show him Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
But yeah, very good victory with Nigel McGuinness there. He offers Daniel Garcia his corner. He can be in, every hotel has the Daniel Garcia chair. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I get it. I get it. Every hotel.
It's a lot of people are saying that he's basically Daniel Garcia is gonna turn heel against Nigel at this show, and like that means we're getting two things back. We're getting One, we're getting Nigel McGuinness versus Zack Sabre Jr., which is going to be an insane technical matchup. I don't know if you're familiar with Zack Sabre Jr., but
I am. That match is gonna be ridiculous.
yeah, it's going to be brutal, to say the least. And then we will get Red Death, Daniel Garcia, back, and hopefully, get a bit of momentum here. He's not just he's not just a hotel chair, guys. He's not just a little dance. He can do more than watch. All right.
That's crazy. That's great. That's insane. What's wrong with you?
And with that, we're gonna move on to, should we do Dynamite?
We're just
cover AEW.
Yeah. You just threw me off so bad. But yeah, we can move on to Dynamite. We can move on to Will Ospreay. He's the reason I will. I know he doesn't like these guys, but I wanted to show support to Will Ospreay and the Brits by wearing a soccer kit.
So, yeah, Will Ospreay started off Dynamite. This is all from like a Result Spoilers website, so if this is wrong, blame them. Will Ospreay started off the show with a promo, basically saying like he's still not cleared to compete, but since the lights out steel cage match is unsanctioned, it doesn't really matter.
But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Legally, fuck OSHA.
Fuck OSHA.
Death Riders came out of the ring, attacked Will Ospreay just because, inflict more damage to the already injured opponent. Ospreay was backed up by his teammates by Jetspeed, Hiroshi Tanahashi, who is in that next match against the Death Riders. They ended up defeating the Death Riders. And after the match, Gabe Kidd, Drilla Maloney, Clark Connors, Robbie X, the Young Bucks, Paragon, Darby Allin, and the Ops all came out just to have a beat fest in the ring.
Can we talk about the best name in AEW is Drilla Maloney? I believe that is the best name in AEW.
I believe Drilla Maloney is one of Gabe Kidd's like posse. One of his gang.
I just love the name Drilla. That's hilarious, objectively.
Yeah. But very exciting momentum for Tanahashi going into this match, and like just building up this tension between the two teams. It's going to be a great match this Sunday. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage are best friends again, just like us. They were. There was Cope, Christian, and the big steel spike between them, but that is no more. They had an in-ring segment against Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne, who they were going to take on at Forbidden Door. Not really too sure what happens in this promo, but basically Luchasaurus ends up returning, siding with Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne. He was also one of Christian's sons that he took care of. So Luchasaurus.
There's a lot of father-son activity going on in AEW, is what I'm noticing.
Yeah,
it's the father figure role. It's so funny just because a lot of the talent in AEW is either really old or really young. There's not a lot of middle ground you know what I mean? Like a lot of those middle ground age people are not in AEW.
Oh, you mean Mike Bennett?
Yeah, that's about it. That's not the only one. He's like the only one. But I just saying, like, I feel like the people that are highlighted on the show are like either very experienced or very young, and I kind of like when they match them together like this. And it's the mentorship thing, and a lot of them need it.
Yeah,
is what I'm learning about AEW is a lot of the. How do I say this without everyone in the TikTok comment section saying that I'm an idiot, stupid fuckface? a lot of the talent on AEW is very green. They're very young. They're very new to being on television, so they don't get it yet. But they get matched with people who've been doing it a while, or who got it right away, or like very similar talent to them at that age, so they can help develop them. And I think it's super helpful. And you see it in so many of the talent in AEW, and that's one of my favorite things I've been seeing in these last couple weeks.
Yeah, I completely agree. A lot of this talent is really young, or if they're not young, they're still new to this business. They only have a couple of years under their belt. People like Blake Christian, Billy Starks, all these people, or even the people that didn't, like, they were stuck in the WWE machine for so long that they're so used to that style that they lost their own.
Mm-hmm.
It helps to have this buddy not only on TV and backstage, but like to travel with, to ask for advice. And like, I'm sure the entire, like, the WWE, like, everybody's asking everybody for advice, but I don't know what goes on backstage, but I'm sure it's a lot more of like, hey, how was that? How could I, like, not like, hey, could you make sure you watch the monitor, but like, hey, did you catch my match?
Yeah, it feels more genuine and more like, hey, did you see this? And they'll answer, no, I didn't get a chance to. I was busy. They're like, oh, okay, that's fine. But it's not like, oh man, I was relying on you. It's like, no, it's a mentorship thing, and a lot of the people that are older want to watch the younger guys, and they want to be there and help because they've grown that attachment by being put together. There's a reason that they were put together.
Exactly. So Luchasaurus ends up taking Nick Wayne's place in the tag team match at Forbidden Door this Sunday. So it will be Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus Kip Sabian and Luchasaurus.
Fun. Excited. Got 2 words. I mean, cool. Edge and Christian are back. Move on. I've seen this a million times. I'm happy it's happening again. It's one of those things I can't get tired of, but it's also like, all right, we've been through it. I'm excited. But you got my attention. I'm a little fish that fell for the bait.
Yeah. After they had their promo segment, another tag team match between FTR versus Bandido in the finals of the Tag Team Championship Eliminator Tournament ended in a time limit draw, which I one of my favorite things about AEW is sometimes when they want to cause this tension, they will push it to the very limit.
Dude, I loved it when it ended.
And sometimes they end up with a draw.
Dude, when it ended in a draw, I was like, yes, this is sick. Because it just adds to the flavor of this tournament. It's like, man, these teams were too good to not let them both face the Hurt Syndicate, and then the Hurt Syndicate get to play the, oh, that's not fair. Why we had to face 2 teams? It was supposed to be one. No, they both deserve to be here, and that's a perfect way to go.
If they hurt people, they can hurt twice the amount of people.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
And then before their match on Sunday, Hangman Adam Page has one last promo in the ring, cutting to MJF, Ricochet, and the Gates of Agony beating down Mark Briscoe and basically holding him hostage to force some changes to the match at Forbidden Door. This title match between MJF and Hangman Adam Page is no longer... He no longer is using his Casino Gauntlet contract, so he weaseled his way out of that. And the title can change hands on a DQ or countout. So if Hangman Adam Page gets too deep in his head and he's beating on him or whatever, MJF may end up winning the belt at the cost of Hangman Adam Page's anger.
It's just crazy to me that there's so many felonies on AEW. Darby Allin is putting people in body bags, using chloroform, trying to kill them. MJF, Ricochet, and the Gates of Agony are kidnapping. This is literal kidnapping in a hostage situation. And Adam Page just goes, yeah, no, I'll succumb to the terms.
Hey, this is a man who's seen the movie Taken.
I just didn't know if I was watching NCIS or AEW at that point. I had to take a second to really think about it. But I'm excited. Again, excited. It's gonna be sick. Like I kind of hate that MJF gets to keep his casino gauntlet, because that was the sickest part of the promo, was him convincing him. But I get why you're doing it. It's fun. You're making it fun. Yeah. You don't know what's gonna happen. That's what's fun about this. Is it's just that's the fun of Adam Page and MJF. They're both just willing to go over that line, but in separate directions.
And who knows? Maybe this means Hangman wins at Forbidden Door, and MJF immediately cashes in because he fucked up somehow.
Yeah,
you know,
he DQs himself, and then goes, no, I want to fight you again right now. Actually, I take the contract.
That wouldn't be surprising, considering he has that Dynamite diamond ring. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. The predictions are later in this episode, so stay tuned for that. But right now we're covering the main event of Dynamite, which is Athena and Mercedes Moné defeating Timeless Toni Storm and Alex Windsor. Again, basically just showing a couple of women who may or may not be on like the winners this Sunday.
I missed watching Mercedes Moné wrestle. I missed it. She's really good at what she does. I missed Athena and Mercedes Moné so much. Watching them wrestle's a breath of fresh air. Their style is so tailored to AEW. I feel like their style wasn't meant for the WWE women. And right now, I think the WWE women are more entertaining than the men a lot of the time. Right?
Yeah.
So to say that this is me upping AEW. It's not me saying this in a bad way or like one style's worse than the other, but their style fits the AEW style of speed, like the speed that they go at, the pace of the matches, and just kind of how they fight. It was a great match. I love both of them together. Them together is so fun. And same thing, Toni Storm and Alex Windsor. Awesome. So like this was a fun main event that you don't get to see stuff like this often when you're a WWE fan. Like to close the show with these four women is so sick.
Dude, to close the show with like, I'm hoping this was like a good 15-20 minute women's match. Like, Triple H would never do this.
No. He would not give a 15 to 25 minute tag team women's match to end the show.
Yeah.
That would be a mid-show match that ends in a disqualification to push further a story.
Oh my god. And fucking Dominic Mysterio's involved in it somehow.
Yeah, because he has to be with every bad bitch. He's collecting bad bitches like Thanos collects the Infinity Stones. He's got to get all the bad bitches. So much polo on. I got horsepower.
And with that, Pod's so good we have to film it twice.
Oh, you can't steal my shit. You can't bite my flow. You didn't even say it right. Pod's so good. Take 2 days to film.
It's 3 different locations. It's 3 different microphones.
3 different microphones. 3 states.
This is the worldwide episode.
We're taking over the Pacific Northwest.
Moving on here, we are doing our Forbidden Door predictions. Coming up this Sunday, we have Forbidden Door, and this is just for funsies. It's counting towards our board, but be nice to my son over here. He doesn't know much about New Japan.
I don't know I'm a human man.
So I think we carry on here with the first match that we're going to predict for the TNT Championship. We have Kyle Fletcher taking on Hiromu Takahashi. So you're familiar with Takahashi. He was there on Dynamite a couple weeks ago. I told you he comes out with a little cat.
Yeah, the little cat.
Hopefully you get to meet him.
I like the little cat.
But do you like Don Quixote del Flamingo more?
I am a Fletchlight. I am a big fan of Kyle Fletcher. Don Quixote del Flamingo is going to walk out of Forbidden Door with the championship still. It's just too early in the reign, I think. The fact that the reign started when I started watching, it's like, with how much momentum it feels he has, like being new to the AEW Twitter scene, he's so over. There's no way they have him drop it, especially to a New Japan talent.
Yeah, I very, very rarely do the New Japan guys ever win a AEW championship, and when they do, it's usually like Jon Moxley, who's taking it over there and kind of building that kind of reputation for the belt. But I totally agree. We are well-used Fletchlights, and we are going for Kyle Fletcher here. But
that's crazy.
In this next match, we're gonna predict it's gonna be Mercedes Moné taking on Alex Windsor versus Persephone versus Bozilla. I don't know if that's how you say that third gal's name, but this should be a great match. We got some very talented, very strong women in this match. I think it's tough to say Mercedes Moné, because like I'm kind of in the group where I think 8-belt Moné is not the vibe.
Shame.
But she will be retaining this Sunday.
Well, because she has to get to 10 belts. She has to get to 12 belts. So she's gonna hold on here, and plus it's just, when you think of her dropping an AEW belt, it's gonna be a big setup. I don't think that they're gonna have her just drop it on something that seems a little less set in stone, like rivalry. So I think Moné is gonna walk out.
Yeah.
Again.
I think if anything, again, we got into this on TikTok, and 17,000 of you saw my opinion that AEW is a better world title scene. I completely agree. If Mercedes Moné is going to drop a belt of any kind, it's got to be a well-built story. I think they're building up like a Megan Bayne for that kind of like taking down this beast, or even like, Alex Windsor is a good candidate to win like the TBS championship, or like even get a sneaky victory over Moné here. I'm not familiar enough with her work to say if she gets a roll up or like gets a sneaky victory here for AEW and gets the belt off Moné. I'd be pleasantly surprised. Either way, this match is going to be fun. I'm not familiar with Bozilla or Persephone. Like I said, I don't know if that's how you say her name.
That's what it looks like. It's spelled like.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great match. And speaking of great matches, we're moving on here with Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness with Daniel Garcia in his corner.
And I'm a big Nigel McGuinness guy. I think, I want to see more matches.
Just met him last week.
Big fan. It's the like I said, I'm gonna reiterate a point I said before the file got lost in time and space. It's really cool to see an active announcer also be an active participant who's good and not like a joke character. Like, you can be a serious announcer and fighter at the same time, and I think that's super interesting. And just I like what I saw in the technical spectacle. So I'm gonna go with Nigel McGuinness.
Nigel McGuinness
Mm-hmm.
taking the win over on Zack Sabre Jr. I don't think that's the case. I think Zack Sabre Jr. is going to squeak out the win simply because we're seeing the return of Red Death Daniel Garcia. We're seeing a heel Daniel Garcia back this Sunday. You know, he is going to take down Nigel McGuinness one way or another. And I think that's going to be the match at All Out. If I'm honest, I think it's going to be Nigel versus Daniel Garcia at All Out.
Okay.
Because why else would Daniel Garcia even be like involved in this at all?
Well, because everyone has to have a gang in them. Everyone's got to be like, "What's up, twin?" Everyone in AEW got to have a twin. They're locked in.
You're telling me Danny Garcia in his Yankee fitted in his Timbs straight out of New York is friends with this British guy?
I mean, dude, a guy with stupid fucking headgear is friends with Don Quixote Don Flamingo and AEW Paul Heyman. Anything can fucking happen, man.
You're telling me the guy who orders chopped cheese can be friends with the guy who puts beans on his toast? I don't think so.
I've just seen crazier pairings. The Don Callis family is crazy. When you really, it's a diverse group of people.
I mean, let's talk about crazy pairings here. There's a dinosaur and an emo kid teaming up in this next match.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland and Christian Cage are taking on Kip Sabian and the returning Luchasaurus or Kill Switch. I don't know what he's going by, but it's either Luchasaurus or Kill Switch.
I like Luchasaurus.
He turned into Kill Switch after Christian was like, he's my dog now, and I'm going to rename him. I found him on the street.
He's my foster.
I'm going to rename him.
I fostered him. He was behind the dumpster in a thunderstorm, and his family left him. So I just picked him up and nursed him to health. And now he goes by Kill Switch.
I'm really wondering... I'm wondering how long this team of Adam Copeland and Christian is going to last. Because that's really because I'm thinking All Out's going to be Copeland's last PLE or pay-per-view.
And you think that they're going to try to set up Copeland versus Christian Cage? Or are you thinking that they're going to go out together?
I don't know. They've already done that, though. That's the issue.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like that's Christian, like they were in an I Quit match and Christian quit. So I don't know. I don't know if it's like Christian's going to get the upper hand at All Out just so like he can elevate his patriarch with
Nick
let's
Wayne, elevate
Kip
an old
Sabian,
man with another old man.
Well, no, I'm saying no, Christian with all of his sons and his extremely hot mom girlfriend.
No, I know. It's just that mom girlfriend's a crazy phrase. It's just it's a lot, you know. I just because like Copeland's done after All Out, right? Like I never want to see him wrestle again.
Dude, I wanted him to be done after he jumped off the cage and broke his leg.
I wanted him to be done after him and Randy in WWE. I was
in the greatest match ever.
Yes, I was done. I was just like, cool. Or I was done after the Judgment Day. Let's be honest, man. Like Cope, dude, it is time for Cope to be done. It is time. Cope started the Judgment Day.
Yeah, the fact that Cope started the Judgment Day and one Cope is still wrestling and the Judgment Day is still together is two insane things.
You know what's crazy is the Judgment Day is gonna last longer than Cope retiring. Like there's a better chance of 2026 having the Judgment Day than Adam Copeland. You realize that, right?
Yeah. Nah, that's absolutely
Isn't that insane?
So but I don't know who they're going with here. Honestly, I want to go with Kip Sabian and Luchasaurus. There's got to be a reason they brought back Luchasaurus. maybe people are saying that like the person that resuscitated him in the lab was Jungle Boy or Jack Perry, like the person that
my
put the
boy.
chemical X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Jack Perry.
So real glass. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Kip Sabian and Luchasaurus just because that's the returning talent, and like if All Out's gonna be like the Canadian swan song, let's send them out in Canada.
I think I agree. I don't know what I think anymore because knowing Cope's done. Like,
that's
is
my
Cope gonna
assumption.
go
I'm
out
not
with his
sure.
back on the mat? Is he
That's
that
the
guy?
thing with AEW.
I don't
That's
think
the
they
thing
do
with
that.
AEW is like Cope can win a title in his final match and literally give it up the next
Yep,
the next time
they
he shows
don't
up. It's like, I'm
care.
retired and here's a vacated title.
That's why there's
That's
a world,
exactly
I
what Sting
think, but that's why there's a I think there's a world where they win at All Out, and that's his last match is a win with his best friend.
Awful.
That's why I'm conflicted. I feel like Kendrick Lamar on that one album.
But regarding Forbidden Door, who do you think is gonna win?
I'm gonna go with Luchasaurus and Zack Sabre Jr. I think I agree with you.
And Kip Sabian.
All right, sorry, Kip Sabian. Sorry.
The backup singer for Panic at the Disco. With
that
eyeliner.
Yeah.
In this next match, we're predicting timeless Toni Storm versus Athena for the AEW Women's Championship. This is Athena's cashing in of her casino contract. And I'm not sure if Billy Starks is going to be involved, like at ringside or anything.
Well, I'm the special guest referee.
Probably because
so.
You would love to be the special guest referee.
Dude, I would kill to be a special guest referee.
I mean,
I'm gonna start lying.
It's an interesting story here.
Sorry, I'm just gonna start lying like that and just saying I'm a part of matches. I'm not. I'm gonna start doing that.
Toni Storm obviously like has a point to prove. She finally like she got her belt from, I believe it was Mariah May at the one that I went to a while ago. I don't remember.
You were there. How do you not remember? You were there.
Oh, Revolution. Yeah, he won. She won the belt at Revolution.
You were there. How'd you forget?
Once again, it's gonna be it's gonna be just another win under the Athena or under the belt of Toni Storm.
Oh, dude, you scared the shit out of me. You should have seen my mouth. Dude, you should have seen my face. I went, when you said Athena, no, I legit went.
I misspoke, and I tend to do that a lot on this podcast.
You baited the shit out of me.
I think Athena's got to focus on Mina, because that like they're probably setting up a best of 3, because it's like there's too many people involved in this rivalry to just let this be a one-off. Because I think Athena may drop it to Mina, the Ring of Honor belt, and then Athena may like take on Toni Storm or something. I don't know. But as of Forbidden Door, I think Toni Storm is retaining.
Yeah, I also think Toni Storm's retaining. I don't think with where Athena's at with that Ring of Honor belt, I don't think it's time for her to win the AEW belt. I think she should eventually, with the run she's on and how over, like, I feel like she's so over. Everything she does is amazing. She does deserve that main title run, but I just think with where she's at with the Ring of Honor title right now, I don't think it makes sense to have her go over Toni Storm. And I think this is a great establishing win for Toni Storm, like to make this run be like, hey, yeah, she got that. She had the first win at Revolution, which was an amazing match, tore the house down. And then now you get her a win over an established like winner like Athena. It's just a great start to this run.
Yeah.
That is nowhere near over.
And I think Yeah, Tony Storm's definitely retaining. Athena's due for a AEW belt soon. I think that's been a complaint for a lot of fans just because they've underutilized her talent, but she's raised that Ring of Honor belt and she'll do the exact same thing to the AEW belt when she gets her hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, we got Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland for I believe this is for the unified title that Okada has. And an interesting thing that I just learned today, a fun thing that we learn when we do podcasts over a 2-day span, is Swerve has been working with a torn meniscus since 2019.
What a psycho.
So
What a psychopath.
I don't think Swerve is gonna win here simply because he does need surgery.
He's needed surgery since 2019. What's another year? If he
awful.
No, because the thing is, if you've been working with it for 6 years, 5-6 years now, how bad is it really? How bad is it really if he's still just been working on it for 6 years? Is that not something that, like, I know I sound insane.
He's gonna have Seth Rollins' knees.
I mean, he's had them for 6 years, it sounds like.
Where they're gonna click every time he walks.
Yeah, you're right.
So
it just sucks because I really want to see Swerve get a win. I really want to see him get a win here. But
I know.
Think
I don't think it's his time.
I think Okada's retaining.
To make sure that the title stays in like good healthy hands for the most part, I think Okada is retaining. I selfishly,
but dude, we can't have everyone retain. We can't just have everyone retain. There's gonna be a title change.
Oh, don't worry about it.
We've said retain every single match.
Well, we have 3 more matches here.
I know,
and I think this is the next match where I think 1, we're gonna disagree, and 2, I think we're gonna see a new champion.
Oh, no.
And the one we're talking about is the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Brody King and Bandido versus Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler.
There is only one answer here that you're allowed to say that doesn't piss me off. You have a 50-50 chance of really pissing you have a 50-50 chance of pissing me off.
I have a 33 1/3 chance of pissing you off.
No. I actually, you have like a 66.6% chance to like me be like, okay, I get it. But you have a 33% chance to piss me off.
and this is Dylan math right here. I want to see Bandido win.
Okay, I'm not mad. That if you would have said FTR, me and you would have fist fought. I would have driven out to where you are right now.
Where are you at on this match?
I love your take, but I just don't think this is the match that the Hurt Syndicate drop it, in the sense of like, I think it's All Out. I think All Out is when they lose it. I don't think they lose it here.
I mean, it's interesting about the AEW tag team titles is because they can swap any pay-per-view really. Like those reigns can be very short from what I remember. And I think that like if they just hot potato the belt with the Hurt Syndicate, I wouldn't be mad.
But I also think that the Hurt Syndicate are these like they've said, they know when and who they want to give it to. I don't think they would. Yeah. And you know what? I think I've talked myself into Bandido winning.
I mean, Bandido took FTR to a time limit draw on Dynamite. I think this, like you said, it's 2 solid teams, and Bandido is just getting started. I would love to see a title on Bandido. I mean, he held Ring of Honor gold, but I mean, him and Brody King are amazing together,
So sick.
and I just want to see more of them, really, and I think that's what the tag team titles will do to let me see more of them.
Exactly.
Moving on here with the AEW World Championship, we have Hangman Adam Page versus MJF. This is not using MJF's contract, and the title can change on a DQ or count out.
Aren't you mad your favorite got rage baited? That's how he tweets. That's how he tweets in my head sometimes. Yo, your favorite got wage baited, and now he has to have a no DQ match. That's how that tweet read off to me, dude. It made me so mad. I love MJF. He's so good at what he does.
Yeah, I need to send you this clip of him. Just, but I don't know. I think from what I said earlier on in the show, like, it's very possible Adam Page may get too ahead of himself and end up costing himself. But it is very possible that MJF could get too cocky and end up costing himself. You know? It is... Oh, wait, can change hands on it? Yeah, okay. Okay. So it's not a no DQ match.
No, it's if whoever does the DQ loses. So if Hangman Adam Page hits MJF in the nuts, MJF wins the belt. Like, we're in that territory.
Yeah.
Which is gonna make for some wonky shit.
It's gonna be some interesting TV. I think maybe. Actually, no, I've decided.
Give him your little storyline, your little thingy you had. You gave me the spiel.
So they have attempted to kill Mark Briscoe, and Mark Briscoe has accused MJF of having a tiny kosher pickle.
Mm-hmm.
And so my brain and the internet keeps saying that Mark Briscoe may or may not have a moment with the AEW World Championship. I think it would be very cool if he got his like Mick Foley moment where he was able to like hold it for at least a night, or maybe even a week. But I think MJF wins here. Mark Briscoe challenges for it, gets the better of MJF, and then MJF is rage baited into cashing in his contract.
I just don't know if Adam.
So
Page,
like late,
but I don't know if Adam Page's reign ends this fast. That's such a quick turnaround, man. For how happy you were he won, to already be off the wave is crazy.
I'm not off the wave. It's just, I think putting it on somebody like Hangman Adam Page just refreshes the world title scene in AEW.
You just called Adam Page a swipe up on Instagram. That's crazy. You just reset your homepage. Is that what you're calling Adam Page right now? That's crazy.
When I'm seeing the old Instagram layout and it's just photos of John Moxley's bald head. Like, I don't want to like that. I want to like Cowboy. I want to like the Cowboy. I want to like the Burberry Man.
Yeah, but you swiped up and saw the Cowboy and you liked and you went, again. I want a new one. It's like, I don't like this toy. I just got it, but I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh man. All that being said, I'm gonna go MJF, but in a completely different way. I think the shenanigans we talked about the other night will come into play, where MJF gets himself disqualified and then immediately recashes in to get the win.
Yeah.
Because I think that's I think that's a better way for Adam Page to lose it, where it's out of something, it's out of nefarious purposes. It's not just like because like the way that you're interpreting it, like the way you're talking about it, it kind of just felt like a for sure win, like first match, like MJF gets it, moves on. But I think MJF gets it through being class A douchebag. And like and like being like, oh, I lost. No, I didn't. And then get the win.
That's the more than likely that is the case. But I do want to put the idea of that Mick Foley win out there just for the 3 people that are still here.
The 3 Mark Briscoe fans.
The 3 Mark Briscoe fans, I see you. I want to support you.
I see you. I hear you. Let's do it.
Let's get this petition going, guys. Ending off Forbidden Door. I don't know if this is going to be the main event, but I put it as our final match to predict here is going to be the lights out steel cage match.
It's so dark.
It doesn't mean the lights are going to be out. I think it just means that it's a no DQ.
I thought we were going to shoot the whole match in the green night vision filter.
God, imagine paying for a ticket and just the lights are off. And you're like, what's going on?
Black.
And you have to watch. You have to watch the big screen.
You're just looking up the whole time, like, I paid for this. I paid.
The big screen. The big screen also has the filter on it, so
it also has like a UAV in the top left corner for some reason. It's like, sure, you where all the wrestlers are.
You're getting Call of Duty loadouts of just every time like something.
And it shows like
happening.
it shows signature, finisher, name of the person. The top left UAV shows where all the people are.
They actually just end the show early, and it's like video game simulation that they just show on the screen.
Yeah, they just don't actually fight.
I mean, Will Ospreay shouldn't because he needs neck surgery.
Everybody needs surgery nowadays. Back in my day, people used to just fight.
Hey, shout out Daniel Bryan and Edge.
Yeah, hey, they needed neck surgery too. Look at them now.
But, I mean, speaking of people who almost died because of their injuries and sicknesses, Kenny Omega is in this match with his golden lover, Kota Ibushi, teaming with Darby Allin, who just got back from Mount Everest, Hiroshi Tanahashi, the president, the ace of New Japan, and Will Ospreay himself, versus the former EVPs, Matt and Nick. You know, Mr. Instant Replay,
Matt and
Slick
Nick.
Matt and Nick. Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley from the Death Riders, and New Japan's own Gabe Kidd son.
Nice. Lots of fun faces here. It's gonna be a really fun match. I'm so excited.
It's just gonna be a match of it's gonna be a walking highlight reel of a match. I'd be surprised if the heels won.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think the heels win.
These matches go either way. Like Anarchy in the Arena and like those kinds of things. Anarchy in the Arena, Blood and Guts, those kinds of things. They can go either way in AEW.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm not necessarily sure who's winning. I think with the powerhouse of baby faces we have with Kota Ibushi and Darby Allin getting back, and people are saying that Tanahashi with his bad knees is going to do a jumping splash off the top of the cage for the love of the game.
Dude,
and
hey Alex, can I get things that aren't going to happen for 300?
Hey, I think if he does that, I think you have to do a Borg next episode. Forget the end of the year prediction Borg. Like you have to do a mini Borg for Tanahashi's knees.
Instead of a 2-liter, let me do a 1-liter.
No, just do the podcast next week with Edward 40 Hands. Actually, and you have to hold the mic between the 40s.
I think I should have to do Edward 40 hand. It's only one hand, so I can hold the microphone in the other one. If you supply the Mickeys and he does it, I'll do it.
All right. For the cold open.
For the cold open.
Dude, imagine the cold open next week is just you getting iced.
Oh. Oh. I'm 24 now. I can't just do that. I have to prepare.
I do think Kenny Omega and like all the baby faces are winning.
I do too. I believe Will Ospreay and gang are going to come out with the win. It's going to be a really fun, exciting match. And that's Forbidden Door.
Yeah, that's Forbidden Door. And honestly, because it took so long to record AEW, you're not getting WWE this week.
The podcast's so good, it took 2 days.
Podcast so good, we had to only give you the good stuff. Because we know you guys don't watch the WWE stuff. Be honest.
We have to talk about it because we still, it's like our toxic ex. We still care.
We still got to text them every once in a while.
You up?
But you can text us in this comment section. Please tell us your predictions. Tell us what matches we should watch. Tell us what you thought about this episode. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And follow the damn podcast at Pod-A-Mania Pod
the
_3.
podcast. Click the like, subscribe button. Click the comment button. Type out some words and tell Eddie how much you hate his takes. Not me. I'm a perfect little boy. You can't hurt me. I'm just a little baby.
and with that being said, from father to son, you have a wonderful Forbidden Door and the rest of your weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.